If you're an overthinker, then this video is for you. Quite frankly, overthinking is doing you more harm than good. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tolu Thompson and today we are talking ways to stop overthinking. A lot of us are prone to overthinking. We overthink friendships, we overthink our work, we overthink our position in life, we overthink if we're doing well, we overthink expectations of other people, we overthink everything. And I think it's a part of the process. But beyond it being a part of the process, it can be doing you more harm than you realize. Because at the end of the day, nobody remembers what you did yesterday. Well, some people do, but it's not that deep. If I ask you, what did your friend do yesterday that didn't pertain to you, you most likely will not remember. You only remember because it affects you. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why am I overthinking this situation? Why am I overthinking this thing I'm about to do? Why am I thinking too much about it? First things first, at the very heart of overthinking are a few factors. Number one, you care too much about what people think of you. Number two, comparison. And lastly, you do not feel worthy of some of the things you want to do or some of the things that you enjoy in life. I'm saying this because I've been in situations like that. For instance, before I started my channel, I thought and thought and thought about it. And it can get to a point where you begin to self-destruct. It is called analysis paralysis, where you analyze and analyze and analyze. Oftentimes, you're overthinking as an excuse to not take the action that you're supposed to take. So you disguise as, oh, I'm planning, I'm trying to make everything perfect. There is no perfect time for anything. Anything you want to do, get started already, because if you don't, another person will take up the action. And when you think, oh, what will people think of me? People are doing stuff and they are not thinking, what will you think of them? But they are getting stuff done. So why do you care so much about what another person thinks of you? Stop caring too much about what people think of you, because in actuality, other people do not care what you think of them. People wake up every day, get things done, they aren't even thinking about you. So why are you thinking about what other people think? Nobody cares. We often think that people act towards us how they perceive us. While that can be true sometimes, it is not absolute. More often than not, people act towards us based on how they are feeling. We have this main character syndrome, this main character energy, which isn't bad in itself. It can help you thrive in life. But with regards to how people treat us or how people behave towards us or how we even perceive other people's behaviors, it's not really about you. You always think it's about you all the time. Half the time, it is not about you. So here are some tips that can help you stop overthinking. Number one, always remember that life is for the living. Enjoy your life, live and let other people live. You actually think people care. Yes, your family, your friends, they care about you, but I don't think it's that deep. Because at the end of the day, everybody's just living their life. This life is for the living. If anything happens to you, people are going to move on. So stop overthinking. We only live once. So overthinking and caring too much, what's this person going to say? What's that person going to say? Well, no. You should stop it already. Grow up and stop caring about what people think of you or what people are going to say. Because whether or not, you can't please everybody. If you do the perfect things, people are still going to talk. If you make mistakes, people are still going to talk. If you do anything at all, people are going to have opinions. You cannot stop people from having opinions, and they should not also stop you from getting things done or doing things that you really want to do, because these are your life experiences. These are things that are peculiar to you. Nobody can take away that experience from you, and so you shouldn't let what people think take away the experience from you. And come to think of it, you can actually channel your overthinking into the positive aspects, because most times when we overthink in the negative. How about you start overthinking that, oh, if I get this thing done, I'm going to get a lot of support. If I get started with this thing, people are going to love it. Because most times when we overthink, we're thinking in the negative. Oh, what will people think of me? Wouldn't they think I'm doing too much? Oh, all these negative thoughts. You can actually channel that overthinking into positivity. If you ask me, I'm of the opinion that you shouldn't even care what anybody thinks, whether positive or negative. But if you think that your overthinking is such a big deal to you, how about you channel it to the positive angle? Do you see that? So even if you want to overthink at all, please overthink in the positive. But then overthinking can stop you from taking action, because sometimes you dwell so much in your thoughts and you lead to analysis paralysis, where you don't now take the necessary actions that you need to take you to where you want to be. I once heard someone say that the difference between here and there is T, and T stands for time. Clock it. But my point is, what you need to become is on the other side of here. Just get it started already and get it done. Stop thinking too much about what people think of you. Number two, comparison. We keep comparing ourselves to other people, forgetting that we do not have the same journey, we do not have the same clock, we do not have the same time. Everyone is living their lives, and you should live your life on your own terms, not on your friend's term or somebody you see on social media. Social media is not real life. I want you to know that now. I know this is 2026, and that saying is not exactly absolute because people literally make a whole living from social media. People live their lives on social media. People show you things that actually happen for them, and it's not fake life, it is actually real for them. But for where you are right now, if you think that everything you see on social media is authentic, then you lie to yourself. Because once you start comparing yourself to other people, you will never feel fulfilled. The popular saying, comparison is the thief of joy. It is very true up until now. If you keep comparing yourself, you will not be happy, you will not be fulfilled, you will constantly be sad. And oftentimes we compare ourselves. Say, for instance, you've been wanting to start a podcast or start a channel or just get something done, and you see someone else do it, and they probably do it in a really grand style where, they had like an opening, a launch, they brought all the influencers, all their friends, all their families were there, and they just go really all out for this thing that you're doing. You start to compare yourself. Oh, I want to do something like that, but I probably don't have the resources to pull this type of crowd. I don't have money to pay influencers. I don't have the type of camera she's using. I don't have the type of background that person has. You overthink and you don't get started with what you want to do. Some of you want to apply for that master's degree, but your friend probably is getting their master's done abroad and you can only afford to do yours in your country. You now start overthinking your application. That way, you're delaying yourself from getting things done for yourself because you're comparing yourself to another person. Oh, they got their masters abroad. Oh, that person is married. I've heard that people actually get married because people in their friend group are getting married. Are you for real? You're doing things because other people are doing it, or you're not doing things because other people are doing it already. There's room for every bird in the sky to fly. So why are you overthinking? This is your life and you determine the pace of your life, not anyone else, not your friend, not your family. If you're in your 20s already, you should not be comparing yourself to other people because by now you should understand that everyone is on their own journey. Number three, not feeling worthy. And this boils down to your self esteem, how you perceive yourself, how you carry yourself, how you think of yourself. If you do not think of yourself worthy of doing certain things or living the kind of life you think you deserve, then you will not live in the actuality of it. Stop looking down on yourself. I think I mentioned something like this in my last video about talking down on yourself, and we do it in the most subtle ways where we're trying to be humble, we're trying not to do too much, we're trying not to be arrogant, and in a bid to be humble, we now talk down on ourselves or start to think low of ourselves. And what you say affects the kind of life you live because what you say is very powerful. If you say brilliant things about yourself, if you always speak of yourself in good light, then good things will happen for you. Because sometimes why we overthink is, am I worthy of this? Do I have the capacity to do this? Can I get this done? I remember when I wanted to have my first masterclass in 2024, I'd had the idea of this class sometime in February that year and it took me months. I finally had that class in October that year. It took me about what, almost 7 months to get the class done because I was overthinking. Eventually, I did the class and it was really successful. And I was wishing I had the audacity to do it earlier. The following year, which was 2025, I didn't even think about it twice. I got the work done and I got started. And this time, I wasn't overthinking anything. I just prayed about it, planned, and I got it done. The year before, I was thinking I wasn't worthy. I didn't have the capacity to do it. But when I did the first one, it was a booster for me to do the second one. And that's one thing about overthinking. When you overthink, it stops you from actually getting the work done. Oftentimes, once you get it started, you are unstoppable. Once you just take that first step, you actually become unstoppable. And that's what overthinking prevents you from doing. Because once you take that first step, no one can stop you anymore. Stop overthinking your life and get the work done. Get the work started. You have the capacity to do whatever you want. The mere fact that you can think about it is an attestation to the fact that you can actually get it done. Believing in yourself is such a powerful tool to getting what you need to get done. Overthinking is just an excuse to not get to work. People overthink and analyze and plan and wait for the perfect time. Oftentimes they are afraid. They are just disguising that fear as work, as planning, as waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time for anything. You have to just get up and move and get the stuff done. I hope in this video you've been able to learn tips on how to stop overthinking. Believe in yourself and you can actually do it.